Hey everybody, it's Patrick Cobb in Columbia with my Union United Methodist Church crisis plan, which is based on an active intruder shooter plan there. So quickly going through the church sanctuary on the left, our ministers on the right, JK and Pastor Stephen, who helped put this together. The church has put together a safety and security team, and that was one of the key groups I met with. And they had developed this purpose statement of protecting the church, heightened awareness, providing threat assessment, identification of safety and security equipment. They were writing things for bomb threats, embezzlement, computer hacking, active shooters. So it was kind of a great way to kind of work in this project. So the church policy is a general safety rule. No one should physically engage a disruptive intruder or active threat unless your life is in immediate danger. That speaks for itself. So our rehearsal dates, May 6th, which is a Sunday, and then in December 10th for our plan, which would fall right in the Living Christmas Story, which is a community-wide drive-through nativity scene with about 400 people in a cast and seen by about 3,000 to 4,000 people a night. A list of our key publics here, looking very similar: members, trustees, staff, the conference, other churches, local government officials, and our legal folks. We have several publics to notify in the event of a crisis internally within the church staff, council, preschool folks, our Stephen ministry folks, and then external American Red Cross, conference, other churches, businesses, legal, and the media. Our team is going to be led by Wallace Stedman, who chairs the safety and security team. Ned Calvert is the facilities manager there. Monica is the admin assistant and key person, very important person who handles all the keys. And then in no order, our team members you can see listed there from the ministers, the Christian education folks, and then church staff, and then a few church volunteers as well. This is our duty chart. You can see it in the actual online version there. Our crisis directory includes names and emails for each team member, which is standard. Our spokespersons, if contacted by the media, the church attorney should be consulted and stay away from the no comments when any type responded to the media. Our spokespersons from this list possibly. Our emergency personnel includes contact information for state and local first responders, 911. The Columbia Media Market has 4 television stations, major daily, out-of-town daily bureau, list of key media outlets and contacts, newsrooms included in the plan, along with the conference spokespersons. Crisis Control Center, this is the Family Ministry Center, a full-size gym with a rock track. Also has a full-scale kitchen and shower facility on the back side of the church with ample parking. Second choice is our chapel, which is on the front side of the campus, not as glamorous with kitchens and those kind of things, but it's still on the church campus. And then off campus, there's a restaurant right across the street with a community room, which would have food and ample parking and a shopping center. Our list of our equipment and supplies, on this list, basically based on what a church would use, including the Bible, spiritual communication documents, the Book of Discipline, media contact list, our membership directory, those kind of things there. And in addition to computers, cell phones, first aid kits, those things, flashlights, canned goods as well. Excuse me. Our pre-gathered information, including the news release that we have, a templated release. I've got copies of the church campus, which I think is very important to have. Including that would also be a printed directory of the church, email directory in case the database is corrupt. Our key messages here that we looked at: safety is our first priority of our members. The safety and security team has created a plan to educate the congregation on how to remain safe. And care and concern, compassion is part of the Christian faith. We love our first responders, and our Stephen ministers and grief counselors will be available to help those with special needs and prayer. Here's a quick blurb for the website, written in a real empathetic tone. Also could be used as a phone message on a voicemail as well too, written in that very empathetic tone there as well. Websites, lengthy list of news sites included in the plan, 10 to 15 news monitoring sources, plus our Facebook, plus Twitter there that we're active on as well. And also I forgot Instagram. Trick questions. The campus is a very open campus, so that was the first one I thought about was a trick question. No fencing. It's very open, accessible. And if you're familiar with the Methodist branding, we have open hearts, open minds, open doors, that we welcome everyone. So I think that says a lot of the compassion there. We still have to look at issues of an incident, but how that we deal with it with compassion and empathetic tones. The church has employed an off-duty officer on Sunday to patrol the grounds just as a precautionary measure for safety and helping folks in and out of church, but also as a deterrent to crime as well too, that someone could be breaking in a car or someone with a possible threat. So you can see some of the other trick questions there as well. approach them. Church shootings are going to happen. People just happen to be in the wrong place at the right time, which is a horrible one thing to say, but it could possibly happen. And we look at the school shooting that happened this week in Florida. Too many strange people using facilities. So related URLs, these are some standards. The State Newsroom, which is the daily here, with its directory, the town of Irmo for business contacts directory. The second from the bottom one is a little bit about information about gun violence and prevention, and then the Stevens Ministry website that the church could use for things there. The evaluation focuses on qualitative, quantitative information from the team using the who, what, when, where, why, and how to gather questions and information. And also I think it's very important that we get feedback from individual contributors to examine their workload and their duties, making sure they understood what it was they were doing, how did they respond. And I'd also, in the rehearsal, I didn't put this in the evaluation, but in the rehearsal, it would be interesting to get feedback from people who were actually participants in the congregation to see how they reacted to it. I think that's another way of doing it too. So with that, I am complete with the presentation. If you've got questions, email them and we'll go from there. Thanks.